Hello everyone, welcome again sa ating video tutorial. I hope you are all doing well. This lesson is the continuation of our lesson in the previous video about perfect squares and square root. So at the end of this video, you will be able to define perfect cube and cube root. You will also determine the cube roots of perfect cube. So without further ado, let us now begin. Okay, to start our lesson, let's explore first on perfect cube. Ano ba itong perfect cube na ito? Okay, let's explore using what we call unit cubes. Okay, ano po ang unit cubes? Unit cubes are this small three-dimensional figures. We now call this a cube, no? Mayroon siyang width, may length, at meron din siyang thickness or depthness, or we can also say height, ano? So this is now three-dimensional. Ito po yung 1 by 1 by 1 cube. Now, we have here A, B, C, and D. Let's identify whether this number of unit cubes can create a bigger unit cube. Okay? Or the question is, can you form a cube with the given unit cubes? Let's start with letter A. First, bilangin po natin. Ilang unit cubes po ang nakikita natin dito? Yes, we have 4 unit cubes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, with these 4 unit cubes, makakagawa ba tayo ng mas malaki pang cube? Okay, let's see. There you go. So, as you can see, hindi naman po siya nagmumukhang cube. Okay, parang kalahati lang ng cube na yan. So, the answer is no. How about letter B? Okay, how many unit cubes can you see? Bilangin po natin. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. So we have 8 unit cubes. Now, can we make a bigger unit cube out of this? I mean, can we make a bigger cube out of this? Let's see. So, combine lang natin. Yes, we can actually create. So, our answer is yes. Next, how about letter C? No? Ilang unit cubes po ba meron tayo? Let's see. If you're going to count this, it will be 16 unit cubes. Out of 16 unit cubes, makakabuo ba tayo ng mas malaking cube? Let's see. Ito po. So, as you can see, hindi po siya nagmumukhang cube. Kulang na kulang yung number of cubes natin. Number of unit cubes. So, hindi pwede. Our answer is no. Alright, last letter D. Medyo mas madami. I'm going to give you time to count. Para mas madali, you can actually multiply kung ilang unit cubes ang nakikita nyo dito sa side. And then on the other side, we have here 6. And then we have 5. You just multiply. 5 times 6, we get 30. Ibawas nyo na lang po yung nawawalang mga cubes dito, which is 3. Therefore, 27 unit cubes po yan. Now, out of this number, can we form a bigger cube? Let's see, okay? Panoorin nyo na lang po tong animation natin. So, we have there, this one, and yes, we can actually create a bigger cube. So, ito pong number 27 na ito, 27 unit cubes is possible. It can form a cube. So ano pong ibig sabihin? As you can see, hindi lahat ng number of unit cubes can create a perfect cube. Ito na po yung tinatawag nating perfect cube. So I'm going to read this. The number of unit cubes that can form a cube is called perfect cube. So ano po yung mga perfect cube numbers natin dito? We have 8. We have 27. 4 and 16, they are not perfect cube numbers. So, ganun po ang ibig sabihin ng perfect cube numbers. Okay, this time, let's explore cube root. Okay, ano naman po itong cube root na ito? So, using the volume of these perfect cubes that we had a while ago, we will explore ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng cube root. Okay, remember, volume is the measure of the amount of space occupied by a three-dimensional object, or ito na po yung mga space sa loob ng mga solid figures natin. So, in order for you to get the volume, you just need to count yung ating mga unit cubes. So, we have here, of course, 1 unit cube. So, ang volume niya is 1 din. Here, sa letter B, ilang unit cubes ba meron yan? We have 8. And in letter C, how many? We get 27. And remember, in order for you to get it easier, we have the formula S times S times S. Meaning, if we have here letter A with side 1, we just need to multiply it by itself 3 times. 1 times 1 times 1, we get the volume 1. For letter B with the side of 2, 2 units, we just need to multiply it by itself 3 times. 2 times 2 times 2, we get 8 as our volume. And for letter C with side equals to 3, we just multiply 3 by itself 3 times, we get 27. So here, since madami, you don't need to count every unit cubes here. You just need to find kung ilan yung measurement ng kanyang side, which is 4. And then you just multiply 4 by itself 3 times. 4 times 4 times 4, you will get 64 as the volume of this solid figure. Or we can call this 64 cubic units. Okay? Yun na po yung tinatawag nating root. Okay? So ano ang root ng cube? Kung saan nagsimula yung cube natin, it's the sides. Okay? So to get the sides, the cube root of the volume of a cube, yung perfect cube po natin, is actually the length of each side of the cube. So yun na po yung cube root. Okay, meaning we have 1, ang cube root niya is 1. 8, ang cube root niya is 2. We have number 27, ang cube root ng number 27 ay 3. Ang cube root ng perfect cube na 64 ay 4. Okay? Okay, for you to know the formal definition of perfect cube and cube root, ito na po yung ating definition. A perfect cube is a number that is obtained by multiplying the integer by itself 3 times. Kung ang perfect square 2 times, ang perfect cube naman 3 times. In other words, it is a number that can be expressed as, ano pong basa nito? N cube. Okay? Read as n cube, where n is an integer. Remember, integer can be positive, negative, or whole number 0. Okay? So we have another term for n cube. We can also read this as n to the third power. So n to the third power. Or n raised to the power of 3. Or n raised to 3. Alright? So we have here some examples. How do we read again? 1 cube, or 1 raised to 3, or 1 to the third power. Okay? So 1 to the third power is 1 because 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. Also here we have 2 cube, or multiply 2 by itself how many times? 3 times. So 2 times 2 times 2, we get 8. Next, we have 3. Ano pong basa nito? 3 cube, or 3 raised to the third power. 3 raised to 3. So we have 3 times 3 times 3, we get 27. Okay, next we have here 4 raised to 3, or 4 cube. We have 4 times 4 times 4, we get 64. Next we have 5 cube, or 5 raised to the power of 3. 5 times 5 times 5, you get 125. So ito po yung mga perfect cube numbers natin. We have 1, 8, 27, 64, and 125. Now, yung cube root po natin, ito na yung kabaliktaran niya. So, the cube root of a number is the value that when multiplied by itself 3 times, it will give you the original number. It is the inverse of cubing. Ano? Inverse operation siya ng cubing. So, paano po yung pagsulat ng ating cube root? The cube root of a number m is written as, ito po, ang basa niyan is the cube root of m. Okay? Where m is what we call the radicand. And ito po ulit yung ating radical symbol or radical sign. At ano pong tawag natin dun sa 3 dito? We call this the index. No? 3 is called the index. Alright, let's have some example. So we have here, anong basa po nito? Paano po natin to babasahin? Okay, yes, the cube root of 8 is equal to 2. Okay, bakit po siya 2? The cube root of 8 is 2 because 2 raised to 3, yung kanina po, yung perfect cube natin is equal to 8, or 2 times 2 times 2. Next one, we have here cube root of 27. It's equal to 3. Why? Because 3 raised to 3, or 3 multiplied to itself 3 times is 27. 3 times 3 times 3, 27. Alright, to practice, pwede nyo po itong sagutan. You can pause this video to answer this just like what we did in square root and perfect squares po nung last na lesson natin. So here, perfect cube is 1, 8, 125, 216, and so on. So we have here the exponential form. Yun po yung ginawa natin sa kanyang cube root para makuha yung original number na perfect cube. So we have 1. Ano po ang kanyang cube root? It's just 1. Okay, multiplied to itself 3 times, kaya nakuha natin si 1. How about 8? What are the numbers that we can multiply to form 8? We have 2 times 4, we have 8 times 1. Pero ang number na pag pinag-multiply natin sa sarili niya ng 3 beses, we will get 8 is 2. Okay, 2 times 2, we have 4 times 2 ulit, we had 8. So, ang cube root niya is 2. Next, 125. Ano po kayang number ito? So, we have 5. Okay, remember, 5 times 5 is 25. I-multiply mo ulit sa 5, you will get 125. Therefore, ang cube root ni 125 is 5. Next one, we have 216. Okay, what number? We get 6. 6 times 6 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. 36 times 6 is 216. Okay, ang cube root niya is 6. How about 1,000? Ano po ang cube root ng 1,000? Correct, it's just 10. 10 times 10 is 100. 100 times 10 is 1,000. So, cube root niya is 10. Next, paano naman po kapag fractions? Parang katulad din po sa perfect squares and square root. I-separate lang po natin ang numerator at saka denominator. So, numerator niya is 1. 1 is a perfect cube. And ang denominator niya is 8. 8 is also a perfect cube. So, itong fraction na ito, this is a perfect cube. Why? Because 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. We also have here 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. Therefore, ang kanyang exponential form is 1/2. 1/2 times itself 3 times, it will give you 1/8. I repeat, 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. Remember, in multiplying fractions, parallel lang po tayo, numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator. So, 2 times 2 times 2, we get 8. Okay, how about the last example? Paano po ito? 8/27. Can you think of a number na pwede nating i-multiply sa 27? I-multiply sa sarili niya 3 times para makuha yung 27. Okay, let's see. We have actually 3, no? So, yung 8 kanina is 2 times 2 times 2 lang. Yung 27 naman is 3 times 3. It will give you 9. Times 3, it will give you 27. So again, our cube root is 2/3 or 2/3. To have more practice on this, you can separate these numbers here into perfect cube number or not a perfect cube number. At kapag perfect cube siya, sulat natin dito yung kanyang cube root. Okay? Are you ready? You can pause this video para ma-practice nyo muna and then you can come back to see if your answers are correct. Okay, now this time let's now check. Okay, we have here 27. Is this a perfect cube number? Yes. Why? Because the cube root is 3. 3 times 3 times 3 or 3 raised to 3 is 27. Okay, 0, again, this is also a perfect cube because ang cube root po ng ating 0 ay 0. 0 multiplied to itself 3 times is 0. Next, 9. Is 9 a perfect cube? Hindi po, no? Hindi po siya perfect cube. Bakit? Can you think of a number that if you multiply it by itself, it will become 9? Wala po. So, yun yung mga factors ng 9. We have 3 times 3. Pero, 2 beses lang po yun na multiply, hindi po 3, no? We also have 9 times 1. Okay? So, yes, this is a perfect square, but this is not a perfect cube. Next, 64. 64, ano po ang factors ng 64 na parehas? We have 4, no? 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. Next, we have 81. Okay, remember kung natatandaan nyo po ang 81, hindi po siya perfect cube kasi ito po ay perfect square, no? Hindi na po siya kasama sa perfect cube. Next, 512 is also a perfect cube. Why? Because the cube root is 8, no? 8 raised to 3 or 8 cube is equal to 512. Next, 729 is also a perfect cube. You just get the cube root, which is 9. Okay, 9 times 9 times 9, it will give you 729. Next one, we have 1 over 27. This time, it's now a fraction. Ganun pa rin po, ano? Numerator muna. So, numerator niya ay perfect cube 1. Denominator niya, is that a perfect cube? Yes, it's also a perfect cube. Ano ang cube root niya? 3. So, all you have to do is to make it another fraction, 1 over 3. No? So, 1 ang cube root ni 1, 3 ang cube root ni 27. So, it's just 1/3. Next, we have 343. Yes, it's a perfect cube number. Okay, why? Because if you multiply 7 by itself 3 times, 7 times 7 is 49. 49 times 7 is 343. And our last number here, this is a fraction, 4 over 64. Para madali, you can actually simplify this. No? Pwede nating i-simplify. Divide natin si numerator ng 4. Divide din natin si denominator ng 4. It will give you 1 over 16. Okay? And 1 over 16 is not a perfect cube. Why? Itong 1, yes, it's a perfect cube. Ano? 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. Pero yung 16, no. This is not a perfect cube. This is actually a square number, no? Perfect square number. Why? Because 4 times 4 is 16. Pero na-multiply lang siya 2 beses, hindi 3 beses. That's why it's not a perfect cube number. Okay, so these are all our examples. I hope ay nagets mo itong pag-separate, pag-categorize natin sa mga numbers na ito. Now, if you still have question on how to identify if a number is a perfect cube, all you have to do is to get the cube root. No? Hanapin mo lang yung cube root niya. At dapat ang lumabas na cube root niya is integer. Again, there are many methods that we can use. We can use trial and error. Pwede tayong mag-prime factorization. Pero sabi ko nga nung nakaraang video, prime factorization is not very effective sa case natin. No? Now, for calculators, kung pwede kayong mag-calculators, yes, i-input nyo lang yung mga numbers na nakikita nyo. And then kung ang kanyang cube root ay integer, yes, it's a perfect cube. Pero kung ang kanyang cube root ay decimals, it's not a perfect cube. Next, i-familiarize nyo lang ang sarili nyo sa mga perfect cube numbers natin. So again, just like in perfect squares, you can actually be familiarized with this number. 1, 8, 27, 64, 125, 216. No? At least man lang itong first 10 na perfect cube natin ay at least man lang ma-memorize natin. Para kapag na-encounter natin ang mga ito, automatic na sa atin, we will know that these are perfect cube numbers. Okay? So, application natin. Let's just have this application. We have here a problem. Mr. De La Cruz has 2 cubic containers of different sizes. The larger of the two has sides that measure 10 cm. Yung side po ng mas malaking container is 10 cm. While the smaller one has sides that measures 8 cm. Yung mas maliit, 8 cm lang yung kanyang side. Will the 2 containers be enough for 500 cubic meters? So how do we solve this? Okay, there are steps that we can do first. Una is, we will get the volume of the larger container. Okay, paano po ulit ang formula natin? Volume is equal to side raised to 3 or side times side times side. So ano ang side niya? It's 10 cm. So just multiply 10 by itself. How many times? 3 times. So we will get 1,000 cubic centimeters. Ito po yung kanyang volume, no? So 10 times 10 is 100 times 10 is 1,000. Alright, how about the smaller container? Okay, let's calculate the volume of the smaller container here using the same formula. Ang kanyang side is 8 cm, so 8 raised to 3, no? Or 8 cube is just 8 times 8 times 8. It is equal to 512 cubic centimeters. Now, anong gagawin natin? We just add the 2. I-add lang natin yung dalawang volume nila. We will get 1,000 plus 512. It will be 1,512 cubic centimeter. Ito po yung kaya na i-contain ng dalawang containers, no? Now, ang kailangan natin here is yung 500 cubic centimeters na ilalagay. Kasya ba ang 500 cubic centimeters? Siyempre, no? Therefore, the 2 containers will be sufficient to hold 500 cubic centimeters, no? Madami pang extra space kung sakali. So, that's how we solve a problem involving perfect cubes and cube root. Okay, I hope naintindihan nyo po itong application. At sa susunod po na lesson natin, we will have irrational numbers naman po. Ano? These are now the continuation of our lesson this week about perfect squares, square root, perfect cubes, and cube root. So I hope to see you on the next video. See you and God bless. Kung meron kang natutunan sa video na ito, please click the subscribe button to support this channel para mas matulungan ulit kita sa mga susunod mo pang math lessons. Lagi mong tatandaan, ang math ay para sa lahat. At ako si Teacher Van, nagsasabing dito sa Math Isip, lamang ang nag-iisip. God bless and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.